is up, guys? On the next part of modding Marcus's Z, we have a full exhaust. We're gonna put on everything from the header back. Is that true? Header back?
You know, I didn't get a fucking Y-pipe. That's all I didn't get.
Fuck, dog.
But
Okay.
it's okay because I already ordered one, so like.
All right. Everything's coming. Everything's coming. But anyways, in the back, what brand is this? ISR Performance. It's upside down, but anyways, we have a full exhaust, and that right there is the best part.
I was gonna do Tomei, but I'm too fucking low to go Tomei. So
Yeah.
we're going with something cheaper. That way, if I scrape the shit out of it, I can just replace it.
Yeah.
So,
this was like what, half the price of a
half the
Tomei?
price, and I got test pipes with it.
So it's pretty much a full exhaust, and it's not Tomei, but it is a name brand still. It's not no eBay shit. It's a bolt-on part. So let's hope everything goes smooth and not another coilover fuck up where we have to cut every single fucking bolt off. But anyways, if y'all saw the coilover video, he's got like that much gap from the exhaust to the ground, and so he didn't want to go with the Tomei and then scrape it to shit. So we're just gonna go with this, and this is a single exit, so he's gonna have a massive tip coming out of that side. Nothing right there. Pull your big old pipe out, Marcus. So, goddamn, this is a fucking big, yeah. See if it passes the fist test. Oh yeah, there's fucking, like throwing a hot dog down a hallway, dog. That's what you got right there. That's a big ass tip. How many inches is that?
4.5 inches.
4.5 inches coming from like, probably like, what is that, 3 inch, so I'm out the back. But we're gonna let this bitch cool down. We got the fan on it. Probably gonna jack it up. Hopefully we don't need to put it on blocks to jack it up, which we may have to. So, but we're gonna go eat and take a break while it cools down, and we're gonna get started afterwards.
Alright, so this bitch right
Got
here,
our Subway. This bitch probably cooled off by now.
I don't know if
And
we don't keep this on. We might do some welding and shit to take this resonator off.
See, oh, that's straight through, so it's not gonna do much. Probably stop it from sounding so VQy. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and set the whole exhaust out on the floor right now and actually see what we're messing with before we start unbolting or hopefully not cutting some shit off. So, we have down here, there was a bracket that went across that we took off that held the cats together. We're about to start working on the top cat bolts. We have these 4 14mm bolts right here, and then from the back you have the Y pipe that comes to a single, and we got these 2 bolts loose. And now we're gonna just completely disconnect this back piece because that's where the resonator connects and to the muffler. But now we have to deal with these dreaded top cat bolts. There's these 2 right here with the nut on the back right there and the nut up front, and then there's another one on the side. And then same with right here. You can see, sorry my camera's bad at low light, and I have music in the background, but, and then there's the one on the back. So in order to get this off the easiest, there's 3 bolts on the rear hangers, and I literally just unbolted that. Same with right there, there are 2 12mm nuts, one nut, and then there's 3 bolts. And it was way easier than trying to force those hangers off, and I undid the 14mm bolt or studs that come out of there and got it off. So now it's just the Y pipe, and we're gonna reuse the Y pipe, but he did order a new one we're gonna put on later on. But for now we're gonna reuse it. The resonator is gonna hook up to the back of the Y pipe. That's gonna hook up and come right out. So now it's just a matter of getting the headers off, which hopefully isn't too big of an issue, but we will figure that out as we go along. Thank God I have a 2-foot extension. I don't know, you're not gonna be able to see it, but this bitch is on, and we haven't even tried to break it off yet, but I already put a special socket on just in case it strips. That way it won't actually strip. And so now that this bitch is on and tight, we're gonna try to pop this bitch off. So we got the nut off this back one, and off the top we had the extension, and we were able to pop it loose. And now just so y'all can see how I'm getting to it from here. I already cracked it loose, and now I got the electric ratchet through this little hole right here. And I am now loosening this shit up. This isn't that strong, but it's better than nothing. Well, if you see that right there, that right there, I got the O2 sensor just tucked up right here. And now it's time to piece this bitch together. All right, well, we have no exhaust and it just ends at the headers, and we're just gonna start it for a split second just to see what a ricer ass. You have your maps unplugged. You're gonna have a fucking check engine light now. But so if we break it down, there's 2, 4, 6, 8 bolts to hold the exhaust onto the catback, and on the test pipes there's 3 more, but there is still 1 stud, and it comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we have extra bolts to be able to use. I think it may want us to not even use that stud, but we'll go ahead and see. Luckily, all our threads were saved, which is a good thing. But I am for sure going to use a bunch of anti-seize, which in every fucking video you hear me talk about. Actually, I'm gonna use the copper anti-seize since this is gonna be high heat, high temp copper formula thread lubricant. This will solve all your issues, all the hard torques, and I don't know how to explain it, but this will lubricate your threads and help everything come off just as easy as, you know, anything else would come off easy. But you're gonna just load this up on the threads, tighten it up, and then since this one's high heat, it won't melt away, and then all your fucking pipes and shit will be easy to take off if you ever have to take it off again. So highly recommended that. But now, since we have the cats off, we're matching them up, and you can match it up by setting them next to each other and seeing where the O2 sensor hole ends up. You can see the bung right there, the bung right there. So if you put this in the vehicle, this is going to be on the passenger side, so that's how you can tell. Same with the driver's side, and then it comes with new gaskets and, just like I said, new hardware all along with that. So they went to go get drinks, and I'm gonna go ahead and just keep on working. And I also have no idea what these are. Marcus literally just bought this kit and told me to put it on with no instructions. So here I am doing this right now. So I reused that 1 stud, and I put the bolts in from the back on both sides. You can see the reused stud, the bolt coming in from the back, and I was able to get an extension to tighten both of these. I didn't even need to put a wrench on the back. But this is a 14 millimeter. The new one came with the 16 millimeter, but we got this all nice and tight. These are the bungs for the O2 sensors that we're probably gonna put back in. Not too big of a hassle. And now all we need to do is reconnect the stock wire pipe, which honestly, he ordered a new one, but this was so easy to take off, it's not gonna be that much of an issue. And then we have the resonator sitting right there. And you can't connect it all because it goes through this little bracket thing right here. So unless you want to take all that off, just go ahead and put the Y pipe on. Then you can just connect it piece by piece. It's not that much of a pain in the ass, but we're just gonna go ahead and get the Y pipe on now. And they're putting all the air box and shit back on since we didn't need to get it to it from the engine bay anymore. last part is connecting this to the resonator and figuring out all these hanger holes, because right now the resonator is hitting on that bar thing under there. So since I just unbolted it, I'm gonna see if I can just unattach it real quick and put it on the new one. Probably that one, that one. I may be able to incorporate it. I don't know, I have to set it under the car and see what it looks like. God damn. So I have them next to each other, and I just swapped the hanger over to that side and the one from the other side over to there, because you can see it slants. But I don't know what the fuck this one's for. I'll have to figure out once I actually get it under the car. But I don't have the hanger pushed all the way on, just so I can take it off if I have to. And you can see I have to bolt it back on. But now that this is on, we can go ahead and slide it back under the car and get it all set up. So we got the mount mounted on this one. Sorry, it's hard to see, and he's getting the one right there. It turns out this mount right there doesn't go to anything. I think that may be for like the G37 or something. But he's getting the 3 bolts on the back, and then we are done. Everything is tight and good, and O2 sensors are up and everything. So about to slide under and show you how it looks from the back. So here it is, boys, this fat ass exhaust. I'll get some better light. We'll go to a gas station or something, but hell yeah, dog.
Still wearing it down. Fuck, I didn't record it! Turn it off! Go! Yeah, boy! Hell yeah!
It's fucking loud.
Oh my God!
Shooting shit.
Alex, get the fuck out of my hatch.
If he fits, then he's
Alex, I am going to be scraping in the rear. Get out of my hatch. I'm not even joking.
Try.
I'm not joking.
Just back out.
What do you want me to do? Open it? Fuck.
He's stuck now.
It's way fucking louder. I'll do a pull right here, huh?
Oh shit.
Did I have any flames at all? Damn it. There was one where my second to third was, and it went.
That is
I
hot
was
as
like wondering if that might have been a flame. How does it sound?
Fucking
Let me fill it up with the good,
baby.
Oh my God.
Alright guys, well that went surprisingly smooth as hell. Those 2 bolts that were really hard to get to, I had a 2-foot extension and an extractor socket that is used for stripped bolts. Even though we hadn't even touched it, I put it on just in case it's stripped, and we hammered that bitch on, and we got that bitch off by breaking the fuck out of it. But That was the only issue. Everything else came off super easy and went back on super good. So this was a very great turnout, and he shoots fucking flames fresh out the box. You got some fucking bolt-on
Just wait till I get
flames.
this admin tune, cuh.
Yeah, if y'all don't know who Admin is, he's like one of the best tuners, especially in Houston. I don't know about nationwide, but he's nationwide for real. Well, he's right here in fucking Houston, where we at, H-Town, baby. But anyways, this is the ISR. Yeah, it's
Bitch warm, too.
bitch hot right now. You can
Dog,
barely fucking see in the dark.
I'm serious? Okay, I want to be straight with y'all. So, I know everyone's like, nah, fuck ISR, Tomei, this and that, Grady, blah, blah, blah. For the price that you pay for the ISR, it's not a bad turnout, bro.
I mean, it sounds fucking sick when it's accelerating.
It sounds really good, and if you're lowered like I am on coils or anything, if you get a Tomei, you're gonna ruin it. You're gonna spend $1,000 on the exhaust and ruin it.
You never scraped once either. I didn't hear you at all. Maybe you heard yourself. But.
And honestly, yes, Tomei sounds better. It's louder, but for what you pay.
And mind it, he has the resonator on right now, so he could do a res delete and no Y pipe, stock Y pipe. The Y pipe is bigger,
I have
right?
an OEM Y pipe right now, and the Y pipe that ISR gives is a little bit bigger than the OEM.
And so it's coming in the mail,
just
right?
a little bit louder than that. And if you want to really be Tomei boy, take the fucking res off, and it'll be stupid
fucking loud. But anyways, this is the build. Follow us all on Instagram. I'll put Marcus's here for once, the Steezy one, mine. Do you want yours tagged too, Alex? Put yours.
Y'all want to see his piece of shit bike?
Right here in the very bottom. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, and peace.